So he's setting that on fire. There's a match.
You're pouring gasoline on.
That went dark fast. I like this very much.
All right.
Let's take a look at the clue we found.
Okay, so we're getting some down here. All right, this is only Karl, which is nice and easy. So, Karl, prove why was he in his apartment? Did a friendly reminder. Yeah, don't think it was a very friendly reminder.
Karl imposes his timeline in a dramatic way. Clearly, Karl wanted to intimidate, and he succeeded.
Yeah.
The symbol is powerful. Richard had originally marked the date in a way that was already quite visible, but clearly less striking. How will he manage to create enough pieces? He hasn't even finished the first one.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of Richard's problem. He did agree to this deal, so that's not necessarily on Karl. Karl, did, in fact, try to help. But why just stab it, Karl? Because I'm trying to investigate a stabbing.
Oh, that's an inside joke between us. I wanted to support him and playfully indicated a date to motivate him. I'm glad he kept it. It must have touched him.
Oh, it touched him. Touched him when you stabbed him with a knife. Did a friendly reminder. So why were you in Richard's apartment? Probably because I want to know what this edited letter about Martine is, though.
Martine ended up giving Richard some legal advice.
I hope this finds you well, or at the very least, with some moment of clarity of the whirlwind surrounding me. I'm here for you, not as an advisor, but as someone who genuinely believes in you and your work. So maybe there wasn't anything romantic between them? I still feel like there was. He took her blood, so I feel like there was definitely some thumping on his bed. You're not alone. Any support I can offer, honest conversation. My dear Richie, take care of yourself. Oh, jeez. Okay, so she's trying to help him legally, but I don't think there's really necessarily going to be anything that helps.
Can you match these fingerprints to a suspect?
Yeah, that would be Richard.
It's clear that Martine feels guilty for throwing Richard to the wolves. She herself wrote the contract and knows it's unfair. Is she trying to clear her conscience by giving him all this advice? What's her real motivation for doing all this?
The real motivation is she just likes to bang him, okay? It's simple. Simple.
The bank sent Richard
love.
an initial reminder letter. He needs to resolve his situation as soon as possible. The bank's loan service warns Richard that he risks legal action if he doesn't promptly settle his account. Has he already spent his advances in credit? What kind of situation has he got himself into?
It's not a very good one. It's not a very good one.
Can you match these fingerprints to a
Yeah,
suspect?
I can. I'm very good at this job. Okay, so he obviously is very, very poor. Is that the reason that Karl came there? Because he has no money?
We've not yet scanned
know.
any evidence on this object.
I saw potential in his art, but his financial desperation was consuming him.
So you came there for money, right? No? Okay, that's fine. You came about the article, because you were pissed off
The artist
about
and the
the
patron
article.
are side by side on the magazine cover. Richard is indeed. Can you identify these fingerprints?
Yeah, that'd be a Richard. Karl von Rove.
It seems that Jan wasn't fooled. He saw right through Karl's game
easy.
and was impervious to his manipulations. The Foundation financed part of the report, so he might react very poorly to it.
Oh, he definitely reacted very poorly to it. What else is on here? Is that it? See, there's a third one. Is there blood? Oh.
You just found the blood evidence.
Why? Why was Richard's blood on this? That's strange, right?
Isn't that strange? Yeah, that's strange.
Is that not strange? I feel like that's a little bit strange. Your blood on the magazine. I know you were having some fun with the art and stuff, but I think this is the connection we are looking for.
Richard was a genius, but his erratic behavior made him a liability. I saw potential in his art, but
Oh my
his
God, you already said
financial
this, but that's why you were
desperation
here, right?
was consuming him. Despite my efforts to guide him, he remained stubborn and unpredictable. I invested heavily in him, and now I am paying the price.
I feel like you're not paying much of a price, but that's why you were there. Okay, figured it out. Still confused about the blood a little bit, but maybe this will open another timeline.
Karl's final confession. confession.
Ooh.
It won't open a new timeline, but it might be the beginning of a better understanding of this puzzling character.
So maybe Karl didn't kill him? I still think he might have killed him.
Richard was a genius.
Oh my God, you
but
say
his
the same
erratic
things over and
behavior
over,
made him a
Karl, we know.
liability. I saw potential in his art, but his financial desperation was consuming him. Despite my efforts to guide him, he remained stubborn.
Yeah,
and
I know, you literally
unpredictable.
just told me this.
I invested heavily in him, and now I am paying the price. I truly hope the police find him soon.
Huh. So that really didn't help me at all, huh? I'm still not convinced that Karl is innocent by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, let's go back to this and back to Jan. Ooh, I like my little bouncy strings. So we have to find out that he is contractually bound to fulfill this, which I would guess would be this? Right? Yep, that's about the contract from Karl. Ask Jan about it.
I could have written so much about Karl Van Rove.
Yeah.
So many juicy articles about the schemes of this rogue millionaire of dubious morals. But I know members of his family personally.
Yeah, his daughter.
Ethics prevent me from discussing Von Rove, family man.
Ethics? Ethics or... I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, well now we're gonna dive a little deeper into Jan, which is interesting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A new timeline is available. Let's hear the suspect's confession.
I just don't see it with him, but maybe. Clap.
I'd really rather not talk about that day. I came back to Richard for the last part of the interview.
I remember.
The hype around him had already died down. Probably because he had been a little overhyped by the Von Rove's communication teams.
Okay.
In short, I hardly recognized Richard. He was visibly under stress.
Yeah, no, I know.
A stark contrast to the blossoming.
Oh my God, so it's like they
promising artist I'd
piece
met.
together different parts that we've already heard.
We all go through difficult times. I don't want to make excuses for him, but there's nothing worse
Yeah,
than
no, you already said
the
this part too.
feeling
That's my
that you're
hand.
no longer expected. Anyway, the interview was cut short.
The interview was cut short because you guys got into a fight and you
I
left.
preferred to put an end to this debacle.
I mean, that's fair. I still don't feel like you did anything wrong. But let's go see. I've already seen this one. We found these clues, right? Yeah, okay. So this brings me back here. We saw the fight. Let's keep going. Okay, thank you. Okay, now we definitely did not check this one out much. There's still so many that I have to somehow unlock. Who else is going to be a suspect? His daughter? Maybe his daughter came in to clean up her father's mess? We still haven't finished Agatha's either. But we're on Jan right now. We'll get back to Agatha. Agatha's a little shifty now because I'm running out of suspects and I'm getting desperate because if I don't solve this case, my chief is gonna fire me and then I'm gonna get evicted. And I'll never have this great detective job ever again. Okay, so you were investigating Karl and you're not interested in Richard. We definitely know that. Documentary file, Richard
Not yet
Hugh.
scanned
Yeah, I
any
know.
evidence on this object.
So let's do this one.
The file on Richard is nearly empty.
Conflict of
Clearly, Jan has
interest.
lost all motivation to finish this project. Only his contractual obligation is forcing him to continue.
Well, yeah, that's literally what I'm just trying to figure out here.
Can you match these fingerprints to a suspect?
Yeah, I can. And then what? This is about my
There
girl.
are a few documents, but almost all mention Agatha.
Huh.
Could she have something to hide? Why investigate her?
Why is Jan investigating her? Like, I get maybe there's a story with the conflict of interest of why I'm not doing, or why Richard isn't particularly doing anything, but why? Okay. So, Jan, touch about you. Jan, can you tell me about this, please?
I would like to protect my source.
Yeah, your source is the daughter. Your source is the daughter. That didn't help me at all. What about this one? Tell me, why are you investigating Agatha?
I know her reputation. She's a renowned art critic. In the 2010s, her pen was clearly at its best.
Great
I loved
decade.
everything she wrote. Every word was as sharp as a razor.
I
would have loved to have met her.
You sound infatuated.
And maybe it's thinking about meeting her that made me agree to write about Richard.
Oh, Jesus. So he wasn't interested in Richard, he was interested in Agatha in like a sexy way. Why is everyone just trying to bone everybody in here? And we know he was also investigating Karl. He got blood. Don't know how that blood really happened. There we go. Investigation on Karl.
It seems Laura's information was useful after all. Jan has compiled a thorough investigative file on Karl.
The IRS, huh? Okay. Notice of non-compliance, a reminder of reporting obligations.
If Karl von Rove's financial situation is exposed, it could bring down his entire empire.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't that be fun?
Let's think about it. Who had the object in hand?
It's not hard. I keep grabbing the object. It's Jan. It's Jan's object. Your name, your fingerprints. Tell me, Jan, why are you investigating Karl so suddenly?
Karl von Rove tried to convince me that he's a selfless patron of the arts.
Oh, we knew that wasn't true.
Which is always a little suspect. Who needs to scream about their good intentions when they really are?
Agreed. He who is king does not proclaim that he is king, or whatever that Game of Thrones line was.
Any man who must say, I am the king, is no true king.
Congratulations. A new timeline is available.
Thank you.
Let's hear the suspect's confession.
I am a little confused. Okay, that's back in Karl's office. Yeah, I am a little bit confused as to, like, Jan's in this. Is he gonna be the one that breaks the case? Or maybe there's something sinister. And now I don't trust Agatha, and I'm really hoping it's Agatha, because then I can use a really funny, it was Agatha all along. And you'll all get that reference, and we'll all have a really good time with it. But first, this.
Yes. Laura showed me some documents.
Uh-huh.
First of all, I have to protect my sources.
You already named your sources.
Basically, I met Laura as a friend. I
Friend?
can tell you that every first Thursday of the month, we meet in this cafe to catch up on the latest gossip and to catch up on each other's lives. About the nature of the documents she showed me.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I have a code of ethics.
I literally have them.
I won't tell you about it.
It was about, like, an IRS thing? Okay, well, I guess we're going back to Karl's office. Oh, is that his daughter? Damn, she cute
We're
too.
back at Karl von Rove's office. As fancy as ever. Let's explore the timeline to find...
What? To find what? Hi. Hello. Hi, so you must be Laura. Looks like we have a new suspect at hand. Interesting. And these are the pictures that Richard made with the crayons. Honestly, I kind of like that. It's like old school paintings then colored over with crayons. It's like the beauty of nature, the complexity of life. But then you always have to have the child on top of it. Never lose it. That's really deep, and that's exactly what it means, because I'm smart. Nope, okay, there's something here.
Karl seems to have spent his nerves on his computer.
Oh, what's on the computer, Karl? I can't get close. I need a better teleport. Can't really see... No, nothing. Anything on these little papers? No. Hi, how about you? No. Hey, your painting's gone. Different painting. Anyone notice the different painting? No? Okay. There's something back here. What's that?
A financial magazine with a bombastic title.
What's the bombastic title? Le Nerveux, the economy. Is there light at the end of the tunnel? I really honestly do not know. Hello? Any secrets? All right, well, I guess we're just gonna let this play out. Back to the beginning, please. Oh, hold on, paper right there.
On an old fax, Karl indicates the potential income he has left.
So Karl is poor as shit, is what I'm guessing that means. Hi, Laura, nice to meet you.
I've got this incredible idea for a donation from the Karl von Rove Foundation to UNICEF. It's to fund a health bridge around the Jordan River. Can you imagine the impact? This could be the transformative project that I've been looking for.
Oh, let me guess. Transformative and expensive.
Okay.
How much this time, Laura?
It's not about the money. It's about making a real difference in the world, addressing health crises in a critical area. It's invaluable work.
If you're here to beg, the bank is closed. Can't you see I am busy? Maybe once, just once. You.
Hold on. There's like a paper under here. Yeah, we should have to wait for them to move that book. Damn, Laura. Okay. Yep,
Would
onward.
walk in and ask how I'm doing, or even better, notice that I'm occupied.
I do notice. I notice that all you ever do is work.
Damn.
We need your support. Your encouragement.
Support, encouragement, like the endless stream of
Cash.
that I've thrown at your so-called good causes. When will you stop pretending and start living in the real world? Just leave, Laura, before I really tell you what I think of your convictions, and trust me, you won't like it.
What's that?
There we go. There we go. Hold on. What is that? Thank you, Laura.
A dunning letter from the tax authorities. The timeline is complete. Let's go back to the investigation room.
That's not. I want to talk to Laura more. Excuse me. Stay there. Play.
Listening, again, typical. Laura, I told you to leave.
Tax demand, unpaid due notice. You must pay within 90 days or legal action will be taken. What the hell, Dad? You're loaded.
It's more complicated than you think.
How could it be more complicated? You're Karl von Rowe, financial heavyweight, millionaire.
Yes. Well, even millionaires have debts, Laura. Now, just leave.
Uh-huh.
If this gets out, I will know it came from you, so weigh the consequences of your actions.
Ooh. Did you just grab my boob as you walked by? Hold on, rewind. Watch her grab my boobie. Right there. Honk honk. The truth. She can see ghosts. Dead people. So obviously, Laura here, sup girl, gave the information to Jan, and then he knew that she did, so maybe he murdered her and Richard to keep this information from getting out? I mean, that kind of makes sense. Let's go back. Okay, so is Laura not even a suspect here? Maybe she's just the one, I guess, why would she kill Richard, right? Unless, he's the reason her father's poor? I don't know. Okay, so we know he's in financial trouble, so let's knock that one out of the park here.
Letter from the tax authorities asking Karl von Rove to pay the sum due. Let's think about it. Who had the object in hand?
Yeah, I know, we all know.
The taxman is not kidding. Karl is in a really difficult situation, having to come up with huge sums of money in a very short space of time. Faced with this crisis, what would help him hit the jackpot?
What would help him? Why would his struggling artist help him hit the jackpot? Now that fingerprint, I think, is his daughter's. So this should answer...
Sorry, how did you get this document? It should have been kept confidential.
Whoopsie doodles.
Did my daughter tell you about it?
Could have been anyone, Karl. We don't name our sources here. We don't name our sources. Okay. Is going to push Richard to his limits. Computer mail Richard. That very well could be.
A chat with his financial advisor seems to have gone badly wrong.
Dude, his computer looks cracked and old. You gotta get a new screen. Did you punch the screen or something? Market crash. So maybe he lost his money in the market crash. Potential revenue note. Richard Hugh validated. So something about Richard is gonna get him money? I don't know.
Can you match these fingerprints to a suspect?
Yeah, I can. Well, maybe. Yes, I can.
When Martine told him about the lack of lucrative prospects, Karl didn't take the news too well. He seems to have kicked his screen. The only credible source of short-term income is Richard Hugh.
So he was using Richard... I have like crumbs on my shirt. Hold on, I gotta throw that away. A good detective stays clean, everybody. Why would he kick his screen? Why was Richard short-term income? Because his art was selling really well? Oh, jeez.
Looks like smashing his screen is a dangerous activity.
B-.
There are a few blood marks. He must have cut himself on the glass.
Okay, so Richard is the only one that he can get income from. Why, though? Why?
Do you really think I am responsible for all the little administrative duties of
Yes.
the Von Rowe Foundation? Do you
Absolutely.
know who I am?
Yes, I know.
You should have a word with my financial advisor, as this is more her concern
It's really not,
than
though.
mine.
It's really not, though. Okay. Oh, yep. Gonna push Richard to his limits. So he needs the money desperately from Richard.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
A new
much.
timeline is available. Let's hear the suspect's confession.
Yeah, let's. Tell me what you know, Karl.
Laura has always been a complex individual, full of passion and determination. However, I can't ignore the fact that she often relies on me.
Rich daddy.
She won't get far without my support. It's frustrating that she doesn't quite seem to embody the spirit of the Von Rowe family, pushing boundaries and striving for excellence. Sorry, wait. What has she got to do with this investigation?
I don't know yet, Karl, but I am pursuing all paths to find the death of Richard, or Dick, as I will now call him. And we've been here before. Okay. So that's everything from Karl. Okay, so we're not considering the daughter a suspect? Because I'd like to spend more time with Laura, if that's okay with everybody. Because I think we're done with the other girl too, Martine. So really, it's just... I guess we're going back to the original love interest. Agatha. It was Agatha all along. Like, how do we get this? What's that? Is there anything? Hi, Martine. How you doing? Did I follow the... I don't remember if I followed this one. Okay, well, let's go back here because we know this one is empty and we have to figure out Agatha's testimony. So she had to make a choice between her job and Richard. How that it would deal with
Agatha
murder.
was eagerly awaiting a call from the museum's HR department.
Right, okay. This is definitely her phone.
You just found the fingerprint proof.
Yeah, I know, that's like the easiest one.
After so much waiting, the museum was finally supposed to inform her if she would be hired as director.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned, given her relationship with Richard.
Who's one of their
There's
artists.
too much of a conflict of interest for her to be appointed this season.
I don't understand that. You'd think that would be a benefit, but... Okay, so... That's obviously yours, and that is you. So, tell me about why this is a conflict of interest, my dear.
I had to make a choice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
My career or Richard.
But why? Why, Agatha? Why? Come... Yes, I know you had to make a choice. Was publicly criticized. What does that mean? Publicly criticized. SMS Agatha to Kate. Production bag. Richard's shirt had blood on it, but we don't really care. Okay. Let's see. What do you mean publicly criticized? Can we take this out? There
While
it is.
waiting for the HR call, Agatha texts Kate to find out more.
Mm-hmm.
Will she get the long-awaited position?
No.
Will she be hired at the museum?
No, we've literally already been over this. I can see he's totally drunk. He's devastated. At least send me some photos of these artwork, please. Can you think of anything that might have potential? Come on, pick. Who the hell's Kate? Kate's suspicious in my eyes.
You just found the fingerprint proof.
Yes, I did. I always do.
Kate explains clearly that the only thing holding her back professionally is her relationship with Richard. A museum can't have a director who programs her own partner into the museum's exhibitions. It's
Yeah.
a total conflict of interest.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That is true. Okay, I kind of see it in a little bit better light in that respect. But does that mean, is that a public criticism? I can talk. I'm a detective. I'm very smart.
I had to make a choice.
Yeah, you already said that.
My career.
Oh my god, okay. What about this other SD card? This goddamn Richard. This goddamn Richard. What does that mean? Is that from our boy Jan?
Even the SD card shows Jan's disappointment, with goddamn Richard written on it.
Goddamn Richard.
Jan was clearly looking for an excuse to stop the project. Everywhere he could, he left signs of his frustration and reluctance to finish the documentary. Did Richard finally give him a reason to call it quits?
Maybe. This is definitely Jan's.
Can you match these fingerprints?
Yes,
to
I
a
can.
suspect?
Okay, hold on. Wait, remember in the file was all about Agatha. It wasn't about Richard. So maybe that's the public criticization. Is this the one? Yeah, okay, so maybe explain that to me, Agatha. Why are you so suspicious?
Apparently, this was the person who came to interview Richard. I honestly had no idea this person even existed.
Ooh.
Oh, Yes, now you mention it, Richard had told me of an interview where he was struggling to get noticed, and Karl forced his way in.
Yeah, I was there for that one. Okay, is that... There we go. So he was after her. Agatha. Honestly, none of these people might have killed him.
Congratulations. A new timeline is available. Let's hear the suspect's confession.
Okay, sure.
The day I moved in with him, he gave me a lovely surprise that was a sign of things to come.
Was it
I
blood?
have no doubt that he was trying to do the right thing, but as always, it turned out to be a disaster.
Did he cut you with some ritualistic knife? Because that seems to be how he does, his flirting. Oh, a new scene. Oh.
Here's a new scene.
What is
Try
he
to
doing?
collect all the clues.
What is happening?
Don't forget that you can control the timeline with your watch.
I know, okay, so this is when he's getting all his new shit. And he's got a lot of new shit. No, okay. Buddy, what are you doing up here? Hey, you...
The poster for the opening of Richard Hughes' exhibition.
He didn't put up the poster yet. Okay, we have a call here. Hey. Is that nothing? I feel like that. Take the picture. Take the... Okay, there's not a poster there yet, but I'm guessing there will be a poster. Hey, hand, come back. Thank you. Okay, what else? We got clothing, blankets.
An application to open life insurance.
What? Oh, it's underneath there. Okay, sure. Life insurance.
An immense bronze statue.
Yeah, that's been there for a little while, though. What do we got here?
The contract seems to have been annotated.
So maybe that's the contract with Karl. Damn. You really upgraded this place over the course of not very long. Look at the size of this box. No? Okay. Well, let's continue this moment. Are you knocking down a wall? Oh, holy moly, dude. That's incredible. Okay, let me get a pic of that. Congratulations, you just knocked down a wall. Open floor plan. Anything with this? Okay, no. But that covers up the little note. Interesting. Still nothing here? Okay, keep playing.
I've parked the car. Now what's all this racket about?
Agatha, just in time. Surprise! Thought I'd do a little bit of home improvement.
Home improvement? Richard, what on earth are you doing?
He knocked down a wall.
You know how you were talking about wanting an open plan kitchen? I
Yeah.
thought, why not just make it happen now, before we get everything settled in?
Oh yes, what a brilliant idea. Fantastic!
Okay, you seem a little
Because
snarky.
what this day really needed, amidst the chaos of moving 50 boxes up 4 flights of stairs, was some demolition work. Really, I couldn't have asked for more.
I think she's being
Thank you,
sarcastic.
Richard.
I think she was being sarcastic.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, exactly. I knew you'd see the genius in it. I just wanna make our new place feel like home.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. Who are you doing? What are you doing? You doing anything? Anything suspicious? Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? Gotta follow the trail. Uh-huh. Wait, you just come through the wall? You literally just came through a wall.
I've parked the car. Now what's all this
Okay.
racket about?
Blah, blah, blah. She gets pissed off. He broke a wall. Okay.
Come down here. We need to have a chat.
I like the idea behind it, but yeah, you're probably right that he shouldn't have just knocked that. Wow, you are dirty, dude. Dirty boy.
I need you to understand something, Richard. Okay? Right now, I am performing a miracle. I am managing not to scream. So I suggest you make the most of this moment because it will be the first and last time.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, yeah, no more shenanigans, I promise.
Oh no!
Oh, Agatha, don't worry, look. All your precious belongings are safe. Here
Oh.
are all your important documents.
Wait, pause. What is that? Is that her article?
Agatha's on the cover of an art market magazine.
Uh-huh. Art market. Didn't we see that somewhere before? Keep going.
And over here are your clothes, all neatly stacked. See?
And we saw that one.
I'm a true pro.
He's a true pro.
Don't get cocky, Richard.
Now she's taking the clothes. Oh, she took the letter. Took the letter. Why'd you take his life letter? Is there any more? Okay, so what am I...
It looks like Richard has just received a voice message on his phone.
Ah,
The
okay.
timeline is complete. Let's go back to the investigation room.
Really feel like I didn't learn too much here, but that's fine. I don't think home renovation...
Let's take a look at the clue we found.
Yeah, I don't think home renovation is necessary. Martine? Why is Martine back here? Martine? Maybe Martine played a double game. Wait, was Martine the one on the phone? We'll have to take a look at that in a hot second. Oh my god. Maybe the murder wasn't anything about money or art. It was about a love triangle. Richard, Agatha, and Martine. Martine truly loved Richard. She was O+. Wasn't there an O+ blood on something?
The blood-like color of the paint is strange, as if it were organic. A particularly striking work.
Yeah.
Was perforating the work part of the
But
artistic
see,
process?
We knew that he cut her to put her in the paint. So that's not necessarily he murdered her or anything. It's still very, very creepy. Okay, I want to check that. It's Martine left the voice message.
Richard received a voicemail on his phone.
What was this voice message about?
The relationship between Richard and Martine seems to have evolved more than we thought. What did Richard ask Martine? Is it about his contract with Karl?
Wish I could play it. Wish I could play and hear the voice message. Unless I could hear it in there?
You just found the fingerprint proof.
Well, we can definitely ask Martine about it, that's for sure.
This imposing work of art, as elegant as it is abstract, seems to have been delivered during the move.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, so you... and your phone. Your phone, why? Martine, why are you calling, my boy? Oh, God. There we go. Okay, Martine. You're not off the hook yet.
We met through Karl von Rove, initially for professional reasons.
Professional.
And then we grew closer.
Yeah, okay, so they definitely banged. What does played a double game mean, though? Statue. Kate's dedication. All right, let's put the statue back here. Maybe there was...
This imposing work of art, as elegant as it is abstract, seems to have been delivered during the move. Incredible as it may seem, it was a gift from the team at the museum where her friend Kate works.
Oh.
It's not a moving present. It's a statement to ensure that Agatha will always have her sights on the museum.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Someone moved it.
Can you identify these fingerprints?
Yeah, that's Agatha. That's Agatha. Interesting. Interesting, but maybe not important. Interview Agatha Cohen. Agatha, why? Contract. Oh, yeah. Okay, contract.
Someone
Martine.
seems to be trying to help Richard by highlighting parts of the contract.
Well, we know it's Martine. Unenforceable clause, abusive, must renegotiate. Two completed. Okay, yeah, we know that Martine was trying to help him out.
So there may be an unfair term. Does this mean that Richard can renegotiate his contract?
Ooh.
Has he asked anyone to help him get rid of it?
Okay.
Let's think about it. Who had the object in hand?
That would be Martine. Is there blood on this? Wait,
You just found the blood evidence.
there's blood evidence? What? In the staple? Oh, positive. That's Martine. Why is there blood on this contract? I'm beginning to get very confused. Okay, so your blood is on the contract. Why? Question? Question mark, why?
I have no idea what happened.
You have no idea what happened? Your blood is all over his contract. Okay. You touched it. You wrote it. Tell me more. Are you trying to help Richard?
Something was wrong. I could see that. I have no idea what could have happened to him, but you must find him.
Played a double game. So she was in... She was working for Karl, but trying to help...
A new timeline is available. Let's hear the suspect's confession.
But trying to help Richard, maybe? Because she fell for him, so she's trying to help him to get out of his contract, to help him out of the Karl situation? Martine, explain yourself, please.
I saw Richard a few days before his disappearance.
Okay.
2 or 3 days before that, I don't know exactly. We met through Karl von Rove, initially for professional reasons,
I'm going to do that every time.
and then we grew closer.
Yeah, no, I know.
The last time we spoke, Richard seemed lost, anxious, almost desperate. To be honest, he reminded me of a trapped animal.
Desperate to do
Something
anything.
was wrong. I could see that.
So you were trying to help him.
I have no idea what could have happened to him, but you must find him.
The eye thing, you look away. You're very guilty. I feel like I think I've committed, that everyone has committed this murder. I've been here, right? This is when she came and this is when the blood came. Okay, so yeah, we've been here. Okay. Oh, this is all very... So maybe Agatha found out? Maybe Agatha found out that Martine and Richard used to hook up and stuff, and she got real pissed about that and murdered him about it? I don't know. We got to go back here to Agatha. Okay, so what do I need to prove? How did she meet Richard? We know that Karl set that up. And if Karl set it up, maybe he used her as a double agent. Ooh, that could be it. Insurance file request, interview Agatha Cohen. Yeah, this will have some info.
What an incredible cover. One of the most prestigious art magazines features Agatha in an exclusive interview.
Uh-huh. With who, though? 2 years I could be the director. Art Market. Isn't Art Market? I don't remember. Okay, tiny little fingies.
Let's think about it. Who had the object in hand?
Agatha. Is there blood on this? There's blood?
You just found the blood evidence.
AB-. Agatha's blood is on her own magazine, of course.
In 2 years, she could be a director. Agatha is ambitious and clearly announces her career plans. No one seems able to stop her rise in the art world.
Okay. So she falls in love with dear Richard, right? And he's the one that stops her from becoming director of the art. And the only way to become the director of this art museum, this highly prestigious art museum that everyone wants to be director of, obviously, is to kill him. Motivation? She definitely had the ability, right? Because she lived there. So something, I don't know. Literally everyone, I think, is a suspect.
Everyone here is a suspect.
Everyone except Jan, maybe. I don't think Jan's a suspect. I still think it's Laura, and we haven't even gotten to her yet.
Have you read my article? It's definitely worth a look. It's all there.
Well, I'm not gonna read it. Used Richard to her advantage. So by dating an artist, maybe she got closer to the museum? Well, we know she met Richard through art exhibit. I don't remember even seeing this poster. Wait, there's something written on here.
A souvenir of Richard Hughes' first exhibition.
Agatha approved.
A celebrated and acclaimed debut.
So this was on the chunk of wall. I just couldn't really see it. Their blood? Is that not blood? Just spray paint? Okay.
Can you identify these fingerprints?
Agatha fingerprints. Agatha approved.
There's no doubt about it. It couldn't be more clear. Agatha supports Richard.
Or used Richard? Is that maybe when she met Richard? Ask her about that one.
He's a talented entertainer, but a mediocre artist.
What? I feel like that line had nothing to do with anything. So, mediocre artist. So she didn't even care about his art.
Congratulations. A new timeline is available. Let's hear the suspect's confession.
I think this is the final timeline. Oh, there might be one final one over there. Okay. You're very suspicious now, Agatha. Come on.
After the opening of Richard's exhibition, I'm not quite sure why I asked him to go back to his house to look at his collection.
I know why.
Probably the champagne doing the talking. To be honest, at first I just wanted to get a glimpse of his new pieces. I don't know if it was the morning light or a general lack of judgment, but I just let myself go.
Okay, so you hooked up with Richie. Is this the night of their hookup? Is this after? No, because he had the good shit.
Here's a new scene. Try to collect all the clues. Don't forget that you can control the timeline with your watch.
Maybe this is... Okay, so... Because he hasn't done the wall yet, which means she hasn't really been in a relationship with him very long. Help me, I'm trapped in the kitchen. So, okay, let's just make sure... Yeah, let's rewind full. There's definitely... I'm right now, Agatha is my lead. She's using him to get something here.
Interesting. A letter for the opening of a loan.
The loan from whatever his name is, billionaire guy.
There's the contract again, and this time it's signed. The artist is bound.
Okay, that's a contract with Karl. That's a loan from either the bank or from Karl. These are the pictures. Nope, don't care about that. This is the one that he was working on.
Richard seems to have embarked on a new project, still in the same spirit.
Napoleon. Okay. Interesting. What else we got around here? Isn't that the picture that Karl put the post-it note on? Okay, well, let's watch a little of this, shall we?
Bro, just wait here a few minutes. I just need to, tidy up a bit.
Yeah, you tidy up, buddy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, he's hiding all that stuff.
5.
Oh, wait. Hey, whoop. Okay, you got something on your phone there.
A photo taken in Richard's apartment was sent from this phone.
Why? So she was scouting for Karl, maybe, to find an artist that would work? Gramophone again? No. So maybe she was working for Karl this entire time?
Well, it's not dreadful. The bed, the decor, the couch. Quite tasteful, actually.
Right.
Yeah, you think so? You should have seen it before. It was, just a mess, but lucky you've seen it now.
Have you ever considered an open kitchen? Knocking through that wall will really open up the space. You get marks light.
Yeah? Yeah, you think so?
These are intriguing.
She's taking pictures.
Acrylics, right?
She's taking pictures. Why are you taking pictures? Okay, she's super suspicious. So she was clearly not really in love with him. She was here to find an artist, maybe to either help the museum or help Karl. I don't know. I don't trust you. I don't like you. But it may also not be her. But right now, that's where my heart tells me.
Critics.
Also, she said that she was drunk. She seems completely sober. He seems very drunk, so...
These characters, wrenched from their quotidian lives.
Yeah, he's having a rough time. Yeah, you all right there, buddy? What just happened over there? What are you doing? What is he doing? She's just taking pics. She's just taking a ton of pictures. He's, meanwhile, gonna play some music. Because he's like, baby, are we gonna romance?
What a magnificent object. You can feel that it's there to be noticed.
The record player? It's there to be heard. She's texting a storm.
Agatha seems very much in demand. Her phone is full of text messages. The timeline is complete. Let's go back to the investigation.
Let's finish this out. Yeah, look at her text. Look at that thumb. That's a texting thumb right there. Meanwhile, he doesn't notice. He's drunk as hell. Putting on some music.
Boom. Let the music play.
She's not drunk at all.
So, is that it? Are you just here to praise my future works, or, are you here to dance?
Clearly, your dancing isn't what brought everyone here tonight.
Oh, really? Well, I thought they were entranced by my graceful mood.
Oh, do spare me.
This is so awkward.
Come on. Prove you're not here just for a good article. I mean, you're not fooling anyone at this hour. Just let yourself go.
Oh, yeah! I feel like I'm really intruding on the scene. So she is not drunk, like, whatsoever. Although she's beginning to really just have some fun. Okay. This is kind of incredible. Maybe she really did fall for him eventually, but I definitely think she was here for a reason. And I think we're about to find out what that reason was. Oh no.
I'm okay.
And you know that two people like actually did this. They were actually dancing. It just captures it so weird in VR, especially the legs. The legs are so bizarre. Oh. Okay. Agatha, I think it might have been Agatha all along. See how I did that? So, Agatha, reason for her presence, sign of Richard's troubles. Well, let's take a gander at her phone, shall we? See who she was texting.
Agatha received a lot of text messages, and she had a whole discussion in parallel with the one with Richard, who was texting her.
Oh, this is the phone from earlier, but okay. So Kate, she sent Agatha to Richard's apartment to see if he would be good for their museum, to do an exhibit. That's my guess, at least.
You just found the fingerprint.
Yeah, I know. Blood, no blood.
This Kate from the museum seems very curious about Richard, but why?
Maybe the museum is floundering and they really needed a new artist or something? So she was obviously asking about Richard. Why? Why does Kate want Richard?
I'm not authorized to make any comment. It's a museum matter.
I feel like you're authorized. I'm the police. I am the police. Okay, so we figured that out. She's definitely there from the museum, not necessarily from Karl. Bank loan letter. Okay, so he was clearly having issues.
Richard has applied for a loan, but why?
Maybe he planned on negating the contract with Martine's help. Martine, who actually really cared about Richard, unlike Agatha. So he was trying to get out of the contract and maybe took a loan so he would be able to pay out of it? Not entirely sure on this one.
Can you identify these fingerprints?
Yeah, that's a Richard. Richard Hugh.
Does he need additional funding for his new collection?
That wouldn't make sense. I think he's trying to get out of the contract. That's my guess. Maybe we can ask Agatha about it? I don't know what Agatha would know about this.
I don't have any idea who that is.
Well, you know who Richard is, okay? I don't...
Congratulations!
Thank you so much.
All the timelines are unlocked.
I did it.
But that's not all. You still need to put the scenes in chronological order. Grab a timeline. Agatha's final confession. There's no more timeline to discover with her. Agatha has told us her whole story. But there are still other paths to explore.
Chronological? I gotta chronologicalize this? Okay, so her final confession.
I know the man and the artist. And I have to say I am indifferent to both.
Yeah, she was not there for Richard.
Richard Hugh has always felt a compelling need to be at the center of the world, both emotionally and professionally. I once thought I saw some great promise in him, but I have to admit he has not lived up to the hopes he raised. He's a talented entertainer, but a mediocre artist. Did you read the article I dedicated to him?
No.
You should take a look. It's all there.
No, I'm not really much of a reader. I'm more of a doer. Okay. Well, great. We got to put this in order now. How am I going to do that? Okie dokie. Well, we can click on it to see. So this was what, the night he was murdered? You kind of see the little picture there. I think this is the murder night? So this is like the end, right? How do I... Okay. Karl. Agatha and Karl. The Pierce calendar. Okay, so that's... I can't... Does this do anything? That's just options. Knows Richard was at apartment. Oh, I wish it was easier to know which scene I was looking at. Okay, so this is... I guess I can go back and forth. Figure this out. Okay, so we've open floor planned the kitchen. I don't need any of this. Open floor plan kitchen, so this is late. Is this the murder night? No. This is way after, though. Oh, this is all... Okay, this is going to be the hard part at this point. So this one goes late. Okay, we can kind of see on the picture here, actually. Maybe this will be the easy way. Okay, what was this? That's this one? What's this one? Press article, Karl's computer, Karl's pen, unsigned contract. So this is Karl and Martine. This is maybe the beginning of it, when they're looking and having financial issues. And then this is the dance scene. Right? That was them dancing. Okay. No, wait, what? Stop. There. Let go. Yes, okay. And then Martine comes and gets him to sign the contract. And then the first interview, I don't know what this one is. Signed painting, pierced calendar, so that's later. First interview, this is about him being poor, so that could actually be way before all this. He's super poor, then he gets her to find people. Yeah, okay. And then sends that, and this, I think we're close. This is, he gets pissed at him. This is the second interview. This is the moving. I don't know. Is that right? God, I don't know what these are. These are them dancing. Right. I think these are right. So this is him being very poor and his daughter. So he's in financial trouble. He's going to push Richard to his limits. Oh, but then he does know Richard at that point. That's got to be later. Oh my God. How do they expect you to do this? Wait, I want... this is... Wish it was easier. I wish they gave you more information about what each scene was. Martine. This is when she comes in. Oh, this is when he paints her with blood. So that's got to be later. That's before all the apartment renovations. That's before even like the interviews. All right, we got to go into each of these scenes, I think. Okay, so this one is when he's having trouble looking for an artist. Van Rove is looking for an artist, yes. Then this one. I don't think he knew Agatha at this point. He signed the contract at this point. So it had to be after that. Because this is when he signs the contract with Martine. Then he sees her. He still has the contract on his bed, but he didn't have the bed at that point. He had a shitty bed. This is after all this stuff. Oh, so he met Agatha late. He had to have met Agatha late. What's this one? Broken window. So this is the murder. Okay, so this is a murder, so that one's last for sure. This is when he got into a fight with him, stabbed it. The easel with the painting, though, this had to be before because he painted over it with blood later. So this then had to go after that. She came in, he didn't have the blood on the painting yet. So that was before that. What's this one? Martine. Insurance, Martine's voice message. This is before open floor plan kitchen. Oh, this is when he knocks down the wall and gets into a fight with her, but so that's after she moves in. This has got to be, where's the first interview? This is the first interview here. I can't remember the state of the apartment. Yes, I can because I can see it. So he's got the bed there. Okay. He's got the bed there. That's when he meets her. That's when she moves in. This is the first interview. This is... Wait, is this the first interview? No, that's not the first interview. Where's the first interview? This is the first interview. And yeah, so this one... Because this is not open floor plan. Right? Not open floor plan. Oh my God, it's so hard without going into the scenes to see that. Okay, so he's got the bed, he's got this, not open floor plan yet. Got it. Okay. So that's part of the way that we're gonna be able to tell any of this. Okay, so not open floor plan. Oh my God, nope. Leave it. Thank you. Dancing, when he first brings her in, not open floor plan. She comes in, he doesn't even have his bed yet. This is when she's looking for him. What's this one? Why is that in the front there? That can't be. No, wait. No, it reset everything I did. This is the last one. Oh, God, no. Okay, so we can't go in the scenes because it resets it. That's annoying.
Fantastic.
I did it.
You've managed to reconstruct the chronology of events.
Wait, what?
Now we can finally find out what happened to Richard Hugh.
Wait, did I? I'm incredible.
I'm the best.
Okay, so it started with her coming to him because they need to find an artist. Got it. Then she comes to him. She falls in love with him, makes him sign it. Then he meets Agatha. She comes to the new apartment, and she's like, yo, this is cool. Then he's got the first interview with Jan, which is fine. Then Agatha moves in. She moves in with him. He starts the open floor plan of the kitchen. Karl's daughter comes to him, finds out that he's in financial trouble, so he needs the money bad from Richard. Comes in, yells at Richard, tells him he has to do the exhibit because he needs that money desperately. Then we have the second interview. Richard's pissed because he has no inspiration, can't figure out what to do. Jan doesn't care about him. Karl clearly doesn't care about him, and Agatha never cared about him. So he's pissed, fights that guy. Then he and Agatha have a tiff, right? Is this the fight? Pierce calendar, maybe? This is where we find out she has a choice. He was at the apartment, that's where we just see the stab. Then he stabs Martine, paints her, and then he's murdered. All right, well, I think it's... Okay, this is the time, folk. Make your guess. Who killed Richard Hugh? It's either Karl or it's Agatha. Martine genuinely liked him. I think she genuinely loved him. Jan was just a reporter. I don't think he had anything to do with the murder, but he was kind of onto Agatha. So it's either Agatha or Karl. Karl has by far the most motivation. He was poor. Richard was trying to leave him, get out of the contract. Martine was leaving him. So really, I think it's Karl. Agatha, I think she was just trying to get the thing, but I don't think she would kill him to get out of the relationship. She would just dump him. She was clearly in a relationship only for the museum, but I don't think that's enough for murder. Karl had the best excuse for murder, so let's see if I'm right.
We're back at the crime scene, just as we found it.
Yep, the sex swing.
Let's find out what happened to Richard Hugh.
Okay.
Now you can use the time control to explore the timeline, to relive the scene.
Great. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, I will look for the last clue in a moment, unless it's just literally right here. Okay, great. Okay, well, let's see what happens.
Richard, you might be the most manipulative bastard I've ever met, but I could have given you a second chance. Obviously, your sincerity is in proportion to your talent, so I've decided not to waste any more of our time. I might not be able to get my time back with you, but at least the public will know what to expect from your work. Enjoy your reading, Richard. And farewell.
So Agatha ended things with him because she had to make a choice.
Farewell.
Makes sense.
And farewell.
He's pissed off about it. Very upset. Okay, puts down the phone.
Richard, you might be the most manipulative bastard I've ever met.
He just keeps listening to that. He's really pissed.
Obviously,
opening the door.
To your talent, so I've decided not to waste any more of our time. I might not be able to get my time.
Okay, the door's closing behind him. So he's just listening to that. So Agatha broke up with him, right? That we're positive about that?
With you, but at least the public will know what to expect from your work. Enjoy your reading, Richard. And farewell.
He got locked out. Punches through it. Bloody hand. Cuts himself up on the... Oh, so much blood. Oh, he steps on the glass. He's got glass everywhere. Did he just end up killing himself? Okay, blood everywhere. You punched it. There's glass everywhere. Careful. He's a little drunk. He's a little angry. I don't know what he's doing. The knife. It was the knife. He threw the knife into the painting. He's throwing something else at the painting. He's very upset. He's taking the trash. That's her article. He's burning her article because she said bad things about him. Called him a failure of an artist. So he's setting that on fire. There's a match. Okay. Gosh, I still don't see a murderer. Drops it. Boom. Big fire. Okay. You're probably not great to have. You're spinning around. Sitting on the floor. Hold up. What is that?
But what's this? A letter from Richard's mother saying, "If things don't work out, you can always come home." So it's that simple? Richard couldn't take it anymore, so he just left. It's a return to the source with a rather chaotic start. Wow, we did it.
Wait, really?
Congratulations. At last, the mystery of Richard Hughes' disappearance is solved.
Wait, no, hold on. Someone has to murder him. Someone has to murder him. He's so upset. He's just crawling in the blood. All the broken glass. He can't do it. His girlfriend broke up with him. The girl who truly loved him, he didn't even know, and he cut her open and used her in paint. He has no more inspiration. He's in debt to everybody. So he goes home to Mom. That's the final clue. All that interrogation, all that figuring out the motives and deepest, darkest secrets of all these people, and Richard just went home to Mom. There's gotta be something that happens here, right? Some twist, someone's gonna bust through the door and be like, never mind, stab, 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 stab. Is it? That's it? He left? Okay, yep. Mm-hmm.
While we're quick to judge others, motives don't always lead to actions. And in the end, Richard was the sole author of his misfortune. His chaotic life, financial problems, and chronic lateness left him crumbling under the weight of his own expectations, rooted in the shadow of his past success. Karl, who was cast as the perfect villain, always the manipulator, would never stoop to direct confrontation, relying instead on charm. He was just lost, knowing only one way to solve problems, putting pressure on people. Martine, driven by her love of chaos and danger, was drawn to volatile characters like Karl and Richard. Jan moved on without hesitation, having already forgotten Richard. His life was too full to linger. As for Agatha, she was a victim of career pressures that drove her to destroy her relationship with Richard. In the end, each character bore their own scars, shaped by their desire to protect their interests. Congratulations on your investigation.
But I didn't do anything.
Now we know what happened to Richard Hughes.
I feel like we didn't need to do any of that. I feel like we could have skipped the entire investigation and we could have called his mom. We found the thing, we just been like, Mrs. Hugh, hi. Is your son there? He is? Great. Found a lot of blood at the scene, but we're glad he's okay. Okay, the positives. This was a really cool experience. Love the use of mixed reality in my room, going through the clues. I think it was a little bit, once you kind of figured out that you didn't have to go through every single clue and connect it, it felt a lot better. The pacing at the beginning when I was doing everything felt really slow. The characters were interesting. I actually really enjoyed the tangling of all the lives and finding different people that I immediately became suspect to. They did a good job. They did a good job with the story. Overall, I thought that a lot of people had very good reason to kill Richard, and they're all going to darkness. Yeah, a lot of people had good reason to kill Richard, but maybe not I guess they had good reason to dislike or want to have Richard removed from their lives, but maybe not necessarily kill him. Karl, I think, was the closest to killing him because he had the power to hire someone to kill him. Obviously, he wouldn't do it himself. I never really thought that, but I thought maybe he would. Agatha was very tricky how she got in there under false pretenses, but I guess she did fall for him. But then Richard just kind of self-sabotaged himself in the end. I'm disappointed at the end because I think they could have had a really cool story, something dangerous, something distinct, something bloody that made you go, oh, I missed that clue. That would have been so obvious. But instead, we did miss one clue, but it turns out that one clue would have solved the entire thing, and we're really terrible detectives because we didn't look at one postcard from Mom and didn't figure to give his family a call. Isn't that Police 101 is just call the relatives, see if they know where his son is? That just drives me nuts that never happened. But yeah, overall, really cool. Liked being able to go through the scene, see what's happening. I was into the story. I wanted to see what happened. Just kind of disappointed with the ending. But great execution, cool use of mixed reality. I had a lot of fun. Hope you guys did too. Let me know what you thought of the ending. Do you think that it was kind of cool that we saw us become very suspicious of everyone, and then we kind of see our own fault in looking for a murderer when there wasn't one? Or was it kind of just a deflating thing of like, why did we not just call the mom? Yeah, let me know. All right, till next time, Wolfpack.